Hey, what's up, my cochinos and cochinas? I'd like to welcome you back to another video. Today, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We've been changing it up lately. I figured I might as well continue changing it up. So today is a new day. It's obviously a new day for everybody that woke up today. If you woke up today, you're blessed. Let's say that much. But it's a new day as in I have a new determination, a new motivation to really go after my goals, really lose some weight, and really changed my life, you know what I mean? So I wanted to talk to you guys about a crazy story. There's a time where I got really swole. I didn't do it the right way. I want to let you know how I got that swole, the bad actions that happened while I was that swole, and why I lost all my gains and stuff like that. So before we do that, we're going to get it started. I have a Starbucks, I was going to say Carbucks, a Starbucks Cold Brew. This has 3 pumps of sugar-free cinnamon dolce and 3 pumps of sugar-free vanilla. Check that out if you can. Let's see if it, catch me if you can on the gingerbread man. I don't know if it focuses or anything, but that's the Cold Brew. I drank, some down. And then I thought to myself, because I've heard online that you can make your Starbucks drink with protein, but when you go on the app, it doesn't give you an option for protein. Pause a moment. And I don't want to be that guy yeah, I'll take a venti cold brew. Can you add 2 scoops of protein? I don't even know if they have protein anymore. I don't even know who to ask. So if you're from Starbucks, or if you work there or have worked there, or if you get your drink made with protein, let me know if that's actually an option or not, all right? So what I did is I went to GNC. I got their it's called Sustained Protein Blend. I don't actually know what that means. Let's figure out what that means. It's only 130 calories for the whole bottle. That's really good, macro-wise. And it has 25 grams of protein, but it says 4 protein sources. So what are those protein sources? Let's see. So it looks like we got a proprietary protein blend. So that proprietary protein blend is made out of micellar, casein, whey protein concentrate, chickpea protein, and milk protein isolate. So looks like it got 3 milk sources of protein, and then a 4th vegetable protein source, or legume. Legume? How do you say it? Legume? I don't know. I guess it depends if you're French or not. It's not even a French word. I don't even know why I said it. It might be a French word. Shit, is it? Let me know. If you're a scholar, let me know. This flavor is, by the way, cinnamon toast. So I got this flavor because I already have cinnamon in my coffee. So I figured, fuck it, might as well put more cinnamon. Let me take a drink of it first to see how it tastes. Wow, that's good. Really good flavor. Not too sweet. Not too bland either. Not too cinnamony. I like cinnamon, but I don't really need the overpowering of cinnamon because I already have cinnamon in here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and pour the protein in there. Get it nice and proteiny. And look, now we have a different drink. And then there's a lot left over, so I'm just going to chug it. I thought I had a milk protein mustache for a second. So go ahead and put this back on. No cap. I mean, it's a lid, not a cap. All right, so got that going. You can mix it up if you don't care if it looks fancy. Some people like theirs looking like multicolored and multi-layered. I really don't care. I just want a tasty drink, you know what I mean? It could be all one color. I ain't tripping. Let me let you know the result of the coffee plus the protein, cinnamon protein. So far, it's pretty good. I like it. It's not too sweet. I've had protein powders that are very sweet, and they're good, but it's just overpowering. And when you have something that sweet, it gives you a sweet tooth. It makes you want other sweet things. But anyways, let's talk about the time that I got hella swole. So back in about 2010, so that's 11 years ago, I was working out with the homie, right? If he watches my channel, so his name's Rick. Let me see. I don't know what other Gurk Squad Rick. I don't know what other name to give him for him to know I'm talking about him. But I am talking about you, bro. So me and this dude went to high school together, and back in high school, he was hella swole. He used to be, you know what I mean, walking around like all blocky and shit. He was a white boy, but he was cool. He kicked it with mainly Mexicans, Mexicanos, a couple white dudes too. But anyway, he eventually married a Mexicana. That's neither here nor there. What is here or there, what is here nor, yeah, whatever, is the fact that he was hella swole in high school. And I knew that. And I was already this size in high school. Nah, I was probably about 50 pounds less. Around 280, 290 at 6'2". So I was already a big dude, but I worked out, but I didn't work out hardcore. I worked out probably a few times a week, but I was just using machines. I wasn't really doing free weights, and I was doing a lot of cardio. And yes, even with all that, I was still 290 pounds. So anyways, as you know, 10 years go by, because I graduated in 2000. 10 years go by out of high school. And then I see this fool again. And he's running his own gym. But he's like into religion and stuff, so he called it like Lord's, I think it was a Lord's Gym or God's Gym or something like that. It was either Lord's Gym, God's Gym, or Christ Gym or something like that. So anyways, but he spelled gym different, like it was different, like Gimm or something. I don't know. I don't even know if he graduated high school. He's like a year older. But anyway, so I ran across him again, and he had got kind of smaller since high school. He wasn't like out of shape, or he wasn't like bony and skinny or nothing like that. But give me a second. I gotta blow my nose. Woo. Get that, all that coke out. All right. Make sure it's good. Get it there a little bit with the napkin. Make sure it's good. We good? Yeah, we good. I think so. Anyway. So, he lost his gains. And so I talked to him. And he was like, you know what? I want to get my gains back. And I'm going to tell you the way how to do it, but you got to be willing to give your all. So I said, of course I'm going to give my all to get gains. So we started working out. We would meet like at the gym like 3 to 4 times a week, do a lot of compound movements, some isolation work, and just, really putting in that work. And then he brought a powder to the gym one time, and I thought it was like pre-workout or some kind of protein. I really didn't know what it was, bro. Like, I wasn't into that. It was just like a white powder, not the kind of white powder that you do on the weekends or before you start work or before you put in work on your wife. Like, nothing like that. But it was a powder that I knew that he used to assist him in his exercises or whatever, right? So, look at me in the eyes, all right? So, he took a scoop, like a dry scoop in his mouth. I was like, damn, bro, is that to get you pumped up or what? To get you, like amped up to work out? He's like, nah, it's just a proprietary protein blend. No, he didn't say that, but he said it's just a formula I came up with to help me make sure that my muscles get all the nutrients that they need and that they grow as fast as possible. I'm like, why aren't you offering me that? He's like, because I know that you're all in and you're willing to do whatever it takes, but I don't think you're ready for the next level. I'm like, well, that's fine. Like, if that's your assessment on where I'm at in my journey with trying to build muscle, we were already like a few months in. I said, then that's cool. He's like, well, it's completely up to you. But he said, I pretty much make this myself. I add a few ingredients, some protein, some energy, some BCAAs, and a couple other things. He's like, but this is black market stuff. So if you really want to get them gains and you really want to, you just let me know. But you're going to have to be willing to do whatever it takes. So anyways, let's skip past all that. If you've made it this far into the video, just comment and say proprietary protein blend must include the juice. So anyways, we got to talking. He let me know what was inside of the proprietary blend that he made. And it did include some black market or off the market ingredients that enhanced your performance, drogas. So anyways, I went ahead and said, yeah, let's do it. So anyways, we would pop this little proprietary blend that he made, work out. My workouts became more intense. I wanted to work out more. I had focus. My muscles would be pumped. And within like, I'd say a year, maybe a year and a half, I had gained about 30 to 40 pounds of muscle. Now, I had lost a good amount of fat, but not like a lot. So because I had fat, I think that made me look bigger than what I was. So I look, like a monster when really I only had about 30 pounds of muscle. I'm not saying only, I mean, that's a lot, but you know what I'm saying? I just looked like an enhanced bodybuilder, which, yeah, technically I was enhanced, but you know what I mean? I wasn't a bodybuilder. I guess technically, I don't know. These are all the technicalities. If you're a bodybuilder or were a bodybuilder or know anything about it, was I an enhanced bodybuilder? I didn't do shows or anything like that. Only thing I did was show off these guns. Don't have them anymore, obviously, but show off these guns and this chest and all that. Anyway, so I got really big. But for some reason, I don't know if he had the bottom of the shelf stuff, but I would get really angry every once in a while. Like, I would just be out and about and I'd be so pissed. I felt like I had to punch something. And like I started punching cars and like busting up my hands, and that would put me out of the gym for some time because my hand would be all, busted up and fucked up. And I'm like, can't be punching metal cars and shit, you know what I mean? So I pretty much got off the stuff because I didn't like what it was turning me into. Like, yeah, I had 40 pounds of muscle extra that I wouldn't have had yet. I probably would have only had an extra 10 to 20 pounds of muscle. I had double that. And I had, tons of energy, but, the anger, I didn't know what I was going to lead. So I didn't really want to continue down that path. So I dropped it, quit doing it. And yeah, I lost pretty much more than half of the muscle that I had put on. I gained some fat back and my energy dropped, but, I was back to normal. So that's pretty much my story of that. And so now I'm almost 40 years old, you know what I mean? So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to gain muscle, but not that much more difficult. I just probably got to up my protein a little bit more than if I was in my 20s or whatever. Or I have to I have to make sure I do the correct workouts. I can't do no bro splits or nothing like that. It's going to get me nowhere. I'm going to have to stick to more compound movements. Make sure I have sufficient rest days for the high volume. And then also, just going to have to make sure that my nutrition's on point, bro. You know what I mean? So in order for me to get there, muscular wise, it's going to take a lot more hard work than it, obviously it did back then because I was younger and enhanced. So let me know if you have a story like that, or, what your bodybuilding story is, or if you had a time where you were a little bit more muscular, but you fell off track. Yeah, let me know. Or let me know any tips you have for someone my age to get back on track and get that going. But for now, my main focus is definitely fat loss. To drop the fat, I've been cutting back on my drinking. When I do drink, I do go a little heavy. But ultimately, the amount of times that I drink per month has dropped significantly. I like to have a drink on the weekend, a couple times a week sometimes, especially if I'm doing live streams. But I had to cut that back because that throws me off track. I end up eating way too much and I get thrown way off my goals. And also, if you're working out and drinking, it's not really a good formula because the alcohol can reduce protein synthesis, meaning the protein isn't being fully used. So for like every gram of protein, instead of getting that full gram or most of it, you're only getting like half of that. So it's best to cut back on the drinking if you want to lose fat, if you want to lose estrogen, gain testosterone, because I like to have myself a beer, you know what I mean, or 20. No, I'm playing. But seems like that though, huh? I like to have myself a beer or 8, whatever it is. But at the same time, it messes up my sleep. I end up getting heartburn. My digestion's messed up. I don't know if it's something that just happens as you get older. But it's a depressant. It, you know, has a lot of estrogenic effects, should I say. So sometimes it's probably just better to either do something else, spark it up, or just chill and, you know, hit the gym. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. My next video will probably be a high protein video. I think I'm gonna start doing high protein videos, showing you guys and myself at the same time how to eat out or how to cook at home and make it as high protein as possible. So that's gonna be my goal, because there's a few things that protein can do for you. If you've made it this far in the video, say TEF down below. TEF means thermic effect of food. That means that protein, well, that's not what that means. That means that different foods will have different thermic effects, meaning carbs will have a certain thermic effect, fats will have a certain thermic effect. When it comes to protein, you know, whether it be beans or meat or, you know, milk or yogurt, whatever, which yogurt is from milk, protein is going to have the best benefit, meaning you're going to burn more calories digesting protein than anything else. To top that off, you need protein to build muscle. And then lastly, protein is the most filling. Yes, I know fat can be filling, but fat has 9 calories per gram, rather than a protein, which has 4 calories per gram. So you can eat more protein for less calories. You're going to get more full. So there's so many benefits to it. If you're trying to lose weight or even trying to build muscle, it's best to get as much protein as you can in. I've always struggled with that. Even when I lost weight, I ate a bunch of carbs, and fats I kept pretty moderate, but when it comes to protein, I've always struggled with it. So this is my own challenge, to try to step my protein up. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what kind of meals we can get. This weekend, we got Mother's Day weekend coming up. We are also celebrating my dad's birthday, and I know that at the party, my dad likes El Pollo Loco. So we're going to get El Pollo Loco, but also we're going to have hot dogs and hamburgers. So my goal that day is to try to stay away from the arroz, which my sister, man, she makes some of the best Mexican rice there is, or Spanish rice there is, because she got the recipe from my mom. My mom makes some of the best. So I gotta keep it low on that, keep it low on the cake and stuff like that, and try to up my chicken breast. Try to eat, you know, maybe a hamburger without the bun, just to get my protein up, or with the bun, depending on what kind of buns they are. But, you know, just keep the protein up, keep the sides to a low. Sides give you sides, you know what I mean? Sides give you sides, unless your side is a piece of chicken or something like that, but that's usually the main dish. So anyways, I'm done babbling and going on and on, but let's get it. Let's step the protein game up, and let's get serious about our health. It's a forever journey, as long as forever lasts while you're here.